Libra, welcome to this reading. The moon, wow, okay, Pisces energy. So they could be feeling like there are some serious unknowns here. They could be, I'm hearing swimming in the darkness, which feels a bit dramatic, but maybe that's how it feels to them, especially if there isn't communication between you. They could be doing lots of wondering, how you feel, what you're thinking. The Page of Wands, which is what I started with in this deck when I was going to be giving options. Look how coy she is. It's almost like she's saying, oh, you want to hear from me? Well, maybe I'll reach out. I don't know. So maybe this is why they're in the dark, because you're playing it cool and they don't know, how you feel. We have the Nine of Wands and the Six of Cups. Wow. I actually feel that your person is missing you, wondering what's going on with you, if they're going to hear from you, feeling like, they do miss you a lot because they feel very comfortable with you. It feels like home. Oh my goodness, look at this Nine of Wands. Look at him spying. I think he should be working, Looks like he's got something important to be paying attention to, but he's more interested in what's going on over there, somewhere else. I think what's going on with your person right now is that they are very focused on you. I think they're probably even hoping that they will hear from you. Strength makes sense with that stubborn energy. We have Leo energy there. Nine of Cups. Yeah, it would be a dream, it would be a desire, it would be a wish for your person to hear from you. Now, I'm not even intending at this point to be getting yet to how they will feel or respond if you reach out. This is just me looking generally into their energy, their thoughts, their feelings in the 3D, their conscious thoughts and feelings. And we can see that what they're consciously actually thinking about is hearing from you, is communication. I feel they're not reaching out. I'll have a look why in a minute, but there is some stubbornness here. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, is this opportunity coming? And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, what's on the back? Oh, look at this, Two of Cups. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So your person feels that you are the one for them. There is deep love here with the Two of Cups and Six of Cups. Your person actually is not just looking for, hoping for, but actually longing, wishing for, consciously, actively wishing for a reunion, a reconciliation. Why are they being stubborn though? That might be a bit off-putting for you. So let me have a look and see. Spirit, whoa, okay. We have, oh, look at this. Page of Discs, Page of Pentacles, well, Princess of Discs. And it says manifestation. So I do feel this is someone who is willing you back, hoping you'll come back, but not taking overt action. We have it with the Five of Pentacles. Why are they being stubborn? Five of Swords. Okay. And this says defeat. Now, some of you may have had an argument with your person. It could be even something they're arguing about with themselves in their head. You're not even a part of this because you've checked out. You're just not playing this nonsense game anymore, But they're arguing with themselves and they might feel that if they reach out to you, it's showing defeat. That's very silly, isn't it? Because they're wanting reconciliation with you more than anything, I think, but as to how will it be defeat if they reach out to you and they have reconciliation? That's success, that's victory. Maybe they're worried about, bowing out first, but I don't think you're even involved. Maybe there was an argument or there was conflict, but I think you've moved on. You're doing other things. They're holding on to this, so they wouldn't be losing or winning anything because there is nothing here to lose or win. Well, I suppose they have something to win. It's you being back in their life, having a partnership with you. Let's have a look. This Ace of Pentacles is something they're hoping that you will gift them. Yeah, Four of Pentacles reverse, Nine of Swords. They are very, very worried, very anxious, thinking about this a lot actually. Are you going to open up to them? Are you going to make an offer? For some reason they're feeling that, I don't know, that they don't have something to offer. Maybe you're the one that pulled away from them or walked away from them, at least as far as, they perceive things. If this is someone who did something to push you away or they've messed up in some way, it's like they don't realise that they can apologise and make changes to their behaviour or their words and actions, and then that would be a gift enough. It's like it hasn't occurred to them that they could just show that they've made a change or that they're sorry. It's like they feel that if they've upset you and something has happened, that's it. You know, all they can do is wait and hope that you will decide to return to them. Okay, let's have a look at this Knight of Pentacles, who I feel is actually you building steadily, you know, consciously focused on something, building something here, going on a journey, whether it's self-improvement, work, career, your spiritual development, taking care of finances, whatever this is. I think you've been building and working on yourself. Let's see. The High Priestess in reverse. So maybe you've been trying to materialize some dream that you have. 9 of Cups reversed. Yes, and the 6 of Swords. For some of you as well, you could literally have moved. If you were living somewhere that wasn't resonating with you anymore, it wasn't making you happy, you might actually have picked up your things, packed up and moved. I feel that, you know, beyond that though, literally moving house, you could have been saying, I'm dropping everything that's not resonating with me, that's not for my highest and best good, I'm moving on in my mind space. And you know, this is exactly it, 6 of Swords. From the 5 of Swords to the 6 of Swords, you checked out of this conflict a long time ago. I'm not saying you checked out of the connection, but it's like whatever this stress, this conflict was, this point of disharmony, discord between you, it's like you said a long time ago, no, I'm not doing that, I'm not staying in this place, in this vibration. But your person has remained here. So it could have been some time, it could have been months, years even. With this Ace of Pentacles, it could have been 1 year that you let this go and you're ready for a new beginning here, you're ready to just have new energy in your life in general, and your person has been sitting here waiting, you know, hoping that you will come back because there was some sort of conflict, not realizing they can initiate this new beginning as well. We have the Moon twice. For some of you, your person could even have been praying, whether they were literally saying, okay, I'm going to pray right now, or, you know, like praying, like wishing, oh, I'm praying such and such will happen, you know, in that colloquial sense, but actually sending out that intention to the universe, hoping you will come back, hoping you will offer something to them. Right, okay, so let's clear this away and have a look. So if you do reach out, how are they going to respond? Because it seems to me that this is something they're already hoping for, thinking about, wishing for. Okay, let's have a look and see. Okay, so please, Spirit, if Group 1 reaches out to their person, sends their person a message, phones them up, reaches out in whichever way they choose to, how is that person going to respond? What are they going to think, feel? What action will they take? We have the Two of Wands. So they will recognize that it's an opportunity and they can decide through their response how things are going to move forward between you. You know, they get to have a say. Obviously, they can't decide the whole connection, but they can at least show up and do their bit. So they'll be thinking, the first thing I'm seeing is they're going to take it seriously. They're going to really think about this. So they may not respond to you instantly, because they feel this, you know, whatever I say, however I respond, it's a big deal. So let's say you phone them. They might see it's your number or your name, and they might let it go to voicemail just because they're saying, okay, I need a minute to think. And then they're going to call you back. If you text them or send them a direct message, they may give themselves a minute before they respond to it. Okay, Six of Cups. I don't know if these are supposed to be reversed with the way they fell out. Let me drop them from high up and see. Okay, that's reversed. I don't know. I don't feel good about... Let me put these back, and if they're supposed to come out, they will. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, it's like they take some time, actually. Longer than you might like. We have the Queen of Swords. And look at this. This Queen is sitting down. Obviously, she's powerful. She's a queen. She has her sword, which, you know, she's not clearly... she's capable of taking care of herself, let's say. And yet she's sitting there, and it looks like there's the hand of a man, you know, almost coming over, offering his hand to her, saying, you know, come over here with me, like he's inviting her somewhere. Well, she's a queen who clearly is capable of taking care of herself. She doesn't need to be invited anywhere, and yet she's sitting waiting. I kind of feel like that's your person. I'm not calling your person a queen. But or someone who's a bit precious, but it's almost like they've been more than capable of standing up and taking themselves wherever they want to go, reaching out, but they've been sitting waiting. And it's not because they've been feeling like, well, I deserve for you to reach out to me or anything like that. It's almost like they haven't recognized their agency, they haven't recognized their own ability to take action here. Excuse me. Okay, what else, please? How's this person going to respond if group 1 reaches out to them? Yeah, 7 of Pentacles, taking time. But you see, he has a pen in his hand and a notebook. The reason they will take some time is not because they're ignoring it or thinking, oh, it's not very important. It's because they might even be writing out responses and saying, no, that's not good enough. Let me delete that, start again. We have, what's on the floor? Justice in the reverse, Libra energy. The Fool, Aquarius, Aries. What's this? I put this away, but it's fallen out. 5 of Cups. The Emperor. Yeah, okay, well this is why then. So as this Queen energy, your person is very capable, Queen of Swords especially, very capable with communication in general. But when it comes to you, they do not feel it. Why? Because they see you as the Emperor. So not only are you the Queen of Swords plus the other queens, you're all of the kings as well. Technically the Emperor is all of the 4 kings in one. So they see you as being like the master of communication, let's say, as that's what we're looking at here. So even though they're at a level where they could, they can hold their own here, it's like compared to you, they don't feel that at all. So that's why this queen is sitting down. That's why she's waiting for that hand to invite her into this conversation, because they see you as being the Emperor. Okay, makes sense. Okay. How will this person respond, please? The Magician. Wow. Okay, Gemini energy, Gemini ruled by Mercury, communication. So I do think this person will respond. Wow, look at this on the back, Ace of Pentacles, exactly, because this is what they've been wishing for. So they're going to respond. It won't be immediate. For some of you, I'm hearing 7. It could even be like 7 days before they get back to you. So I would recommend, if you're going to reach out, do it at a time when you're quite busy. So maybe, that day you've got a lot planned, so you'll send, say, a message in the morning and you'll be doing things throughout the day. You won't keep checking. Or maybe over the next couple of weeks you've got several different appointments and things that you'll be thinking about, so you won't be stressed about why they haven't responded. But I do think they will respond. They take communication with you incredibly seriously. I feel this, as I keep saying, she's a queen, but she's reminding me of someone from like a period drama, sitting in the corner waiting to be asked to dance, when really she's hosting the event and she's sort of forgotten that. And it makes sense why, because they see you as the Emperor, and really, it would be a king or the Empress or the Emperor that would be inviting this other queen to do something, because anyone else, she has more authority here. So they will respond. It will take some time because they want to show up as someone who's very skilled, the Magician. And the Magician feels prepared and ready because they know that whatever comes up, they have the tools, they have the experience, the wisdom, the knowledge, and the emotional capacity as well to deal with it. So I think for some of you, what's been happening during this time, because it feels like there's been some time since you spoke, I think your person's been becoming more emotionally wise, about themselves, about their own feelings, maybe even having awareness of other people's feelings as well, if they were a bit indelicate, perhaps inelegant as well, maybe in the past with how they treated you or spoke to you. because they've been very in their feelings. We had that Five of Cups coming out, we had the Five of Pentacles earlier. So what's going to be on their mind is, oh my goodness, they've reached out, I can't believe this has really happened. This presents a massive opportunity. I know there was an injustice in the past. I really need to show up in a strong, powerful way to show that that's not happening again. I want this new beginning with the Fool, but I want to be careful, I want to be wise. I'm not just going to jump in. And then I do think you get a response, and you might be quite impressed with how they're showing up in this conversation as well with the Magician. You might be talking to them and they, you know, let's say you start messaging, it could be that they do take a while to send the first one, and then there are some gaps in between. Maybe it's like several minutes, several hours, depending on whatever the speed is you normally have. It could be slower, because I think they're not just, you know, thinking of a reply and sending it. It's like they're thinking of several and saying which is the best reply, you know. There's a bit of a lack of fluidity here, but I think it's because they want to do their best, actually. So let's have a look with this Magician, what's going on here. Eight of Cups. So they could fear, you know, saying the wrong thing and then you getting up and walking away. Look at all of these formulas up here. That's how seriously they're taking the things they're saying to you. You could be talking about, which kind of bagels do you like? Do you like ones with poppy seeds? Do you like plain? And they're like, oh my god, okay, well, I really like plain, but maybe that makes me seem not very adventurous, so maybe I should say I like with poppy seeds. And I do like poppy seeds, so it's not a lie. But the thing is, when I was in high school on the 7th of May, I had a poppy seed bagel. Do you know, like, it's ridiculous. Just ask the question. No one cares, but there's so much thought going into this. I don't know if the 7th of May is an important date for someone. Okay, what else, please? Queen of Cups. Ooh, we have Judgment. Oh my goodness, we have so many. Okay, let's just look at what we have here first of all. So we have the Queen of Cups and we have Judgment. Like I said, I do think they've been really working on their emotions here, their feelings, getting to know themselves, their emotions, being aware, having heightened awareness of other people's emotions and how they actually can impact how other people are feeling. It's interesting how we have two queens. So feminine energy, whether we're a woman or a man embodying it, is generally speaking more receptive. So they really are waiting for you to be this emperor and to invite them into this conversation here, into this dialogue. Ooh, we have the Lovers, more Gemini energy. We have the Knight of Cups reversed. Yeah, Four of Cups reversed. And we have the Ten of Swords reversed. So in the past, your person maybe didn't even tell you how they were feeling. They had romantic feelings, they held back. And that's the choice, that's the decision that they regret looking back. It caused a lot of pain for both of you. And the Ten of Swords is reversed because for your person at least, they haven't let this go. They've been thinking about the mistake they made here and how it created a situation that hurt them as much as you. I just heard, if not more. So they could have been really going through a lot of sadness and regret here that you have no idea about, because it looks to me like your person is just being silent. They're quite stubborn, which means they would also be stubbornly wearing a mask, you know, pretending I'm fine, my life's great, I don't miss you, even though every day they're like, please, you know, please come back, please reach out to me. Oh, I just saw 2020, so interesting. Okay, I will leave this here. What I will say, group one, is if you want to reach out to your person, I do think they will respond. If the conversation seems stunted, if they seem a bit awkward, don't you know, take it personally, like in a negative sense. I think it's because they're really thinking about every word they say. Also, again, I would recommend sending this at a time when you have other things to focus on, because it doesn't seem like you're going to get an immediate response because they don't want to rush anything here. Okay, so I will leave this here. I hope this has helped. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully see you again soon. Hi, group two. Okay, so let's have a look and start off with your person. What are they thinking and feeling about you and your connection? How are they relating to this situation, to the connection, and to you? So what's going on in their headspace and their heart head and heart space, yeah, in the 3D. So in a conscious way that they're aware of. Group 2's person, what are they thinking and feeling, please, about this situation, the connection, about Group 2? Okay, Knight of Swords in reverse. So straight out with a desire for communication, because there's something here that they've been holding back for a long time, so long in fact that they're now starting to feel like it's going to burst out of them. With the Ace of Wands in reverse, I can already tell you, Group 2, your person wants to talk to you, they want a new beginning, they even have Judgment in reverse on the back. They have a lot of passion here. We have the Magician in reverse. Gemini energy, they could be feeling a bit disempowered. They could be feeling like, yeah, I want this new beginning. I'm not sure if I can bring this about. We have the Hanged Man, and we have the 9 of Swords in the reverse. On the back, I've just noticed we have Death, Scorpio energy. They might feel that this is over, or it has been over for some time. They may not realise that you actually are still, thinking about them. We have, the 10 of Cups in reverse. Your person's very unhappy without you. One of the reasons they're very stressed here and feeling like they have to say something or want to say something is because you represent the ultimate fulfillment, the ultimate happiness here. They know they will never encounter anyone or any other situation that could bring so much happiness. I'm hearing well-rounded, as in maybe there are just so many things about you, about how they feel with you, about your connection that make them happy. So maybe, for example, your values line up, your interests line up, the ways in which they're different to you, you complement them, and vice versa. Maybe you enjoy spending your time the same way. Maybe you like the same sorts of food, or you both love going out for food, or neither of you care too much about food. Whatever it is, it's like they're saying, but there are so many areas in which I feel that we would be really fulfilled and happy together. And maybe in any other situation with anyone else, I could find 2 of those things, or I could expect to be happy in a few of those areas, and then I would have to find my joy and happiness elsewhere with friends and other things. But with you, it's like, no, we could have everything. Okay, what else, please? How is this person thinking and feeling about Group 2, about this situation, about the connection? 3 of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you, they can even see you working together. Maybe you do already work together, but maybe they want to be self-employed with you, as in have a business with you, work side by side on something with you. With the Ace of Wands, again, I'm coming back to this feeling that you might have some sort of a similar interest here that could be something you turn into work or a business, or it's a project that you could work on together on the side. I just heard wasted. They feel that this has been wasted here. Let's say your person is a horse enthusiast. They absolutely, love everything to do with horses, breeding, riding, training, caring for everything. And that's never been shared in any of their romantic partnerships. But they've realized you also have a passion for horses, and they're like, oh my god, and we also have that in common, we could do that together. But because it's such a big thing for them, it would be not just one tiny thing, it would be that you've bonded over this passion. It's your vocation, you do it for work, you have horses in your spare time, you go horse riding, you go to seminars about caring for horses. They realize they could have so much here with you. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the Hierophant, Taurus energy here. What's on the back? 4 of Wands. Exactly, there is something here, Group 2, around stability, being able to build together. Something to do with, passion, emotion, but something tangible that you could make stable together. There is a lot of passion here for you. I feel almost, Group 2, it took your person a while. They saw the passion, they felt the passion immediately, but the feelings came later, too late, they're telling me. It's upsetting for them because they haven't been able to share this with you. This person, your person here, they haven't given up hope. They're hoping there will be a reconnection here. They want to do something with you, to build something. I think it's about working together on something. It's like they want to build with you, build an empire. Okay, let's clarify some of this. There's a real impatience as well, an impatience coming from them. To clarify this Knight of Swords in reverse, please. The Queen of Cups in reverse. In the past, you may have been very, very loving, very giving, very nurturing. You may have taken their rough edges, I'm hearing, and smoothed them. You know, so maybe you didn't do this deliberately or on purpose, but just when your person was around you, it's like they felt more refined, they felt more comfortable within themselves, they were less self-conscious about these sharp, rough edges that they're telling me they have. And now you've pulled back. Maybe you're focusing on self. Maybe you just couldn't or didn't want to keep giving and giving and giving and getting nothing in return. But you know, they miss this. It's like the absence here of you has made it very clear to them how much they're missing, what they had. I don't think they were very much in their heart space actually before, whenever before is, you know, when they could have had a chance to say this to you. So I don't think they were able fully to receive everything you were giving them in that sort of nurturing emotional sense. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Your person feels like you were very diligent, very focused, very dependable, very stable. You could be relied upon. I think they want this back. They want this back so much. Yeah, we have death, but they feel like it ended, like it's over. Scorpio energy here. That if they do get to have another chance with you, sorry about that. You know how sometimes people knock and you have to wonder, like, are you actually being chased by a madman with an axe, or do you just want me to come to the door? Okay, so as I was saying, death. Your person feels like if they were to have another chance with you, it would be a whole new beginning here. You can't just pick up where you left off, that something really has ended. Okay, so let's have a look. What is it they want to build with you? What do they want to work on with you? Temperance in the reverse, so Sagittarius energy there. Oh my goodness, and the Empress. Of course they want to work with you. You know, they can see how abundant you are. Maybe this is something you're already very successful in. Okay, Temperance in reverse and the Empress. There is something here around timing and impatience. Temperance reverse. They don't want to be patient. And I'm also seeing in the past you were very patient with them, and they feel you've pulled away, you've pulled that back. You're not being patient, you're not being overly understanding, like you're not bending over backwards for them. And they understand why. They think that's all very appropriate. You took the correct action with them, but at the same time, it's like, well, I want that back. I want that nurturing back. I want that potential back that I missed. I want to, you know, I want to be, as I said, remember building an empire? So the Empress would be standing by the Emperor if, you know, if she was doing this within a partnership. But it looks like you're out here doing something on your own. You don't need anyone. It's already flourishing, very successful. But your person wants to join you. Hello. Okay, let's see. So the Magician, please. Knight of Wands in the reverse. We have the King of Wands. This person, look how much passion they have for you. Wow. We have the Chariot, Cancer energy, Page of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, this person feels that you're very capable in like a career, business sense, in a very grounded sense. There is so much they want to express to you. It's about their passion, their emotions, but it's like when it comes out like a page of swords, kind of small, maybe more humble than they want. I feel they almost want to do like a grand gesture. I don't know, for some of you, if music is a thing, they might want to to, you know, write a song and send it or something like that, but they just want it to be loud and overt, and they want to be very confident. I'm hearing the word extreme. They might even want to do something extreme. I'm also thinking now of the knock at the door, like it was really loud, really intense. You know, it's not like a little quiet, oh, you know, if you're not busy, can you come to the door? It's like, I need you to pay me attention now. You know, that's what they want, but it doesn't quite translate with the Magician in reverse. They really want you to know there's a lot going on inside. It's like inside they're burning up for you at like 100%, but what they end up showing you, I'm hearing leaking out, is like 10% of that, you know, and it's very frustrating for them, which takes us back to that Knight of Swords. Okay, so Hanged Man, Hierophant, Nine of Swords reverse. For some of you, there could be a third party involved here that's slowing things down, or, you know, that's on their mind, whether it's yours or theirs. Could be like a marriage, relationship, but it could also be beliefs, religion, work. If it's something like beliefs or religion, that sort of thing, I don't think it's theirs. I feel they're saying you are both very well aligned. Even if you weren't in the past, they maybe have made some changes and you are now. So it could be other people and their beliefs, but there's some structure that's keeping them hanging about. Let's see, what is this? King of Swords. Ace of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Could be family, could be friends they've had since childhood, could be friends they've spoken to about you, about your connection, said one thing and now they want to change their mind and they're like, oh, my friends are going to have something to say. It could be, if it's a romantic situation, it could be that they have children or a child with this other person. And King of Swords, this is someone who isn't necessarily emotionally involved or invested, but they're trying to make logical, wise, rational decisions. So for some of you, family commitments could be keeping them at a distance from you or preventing them from making the changes they want to make. So let's clear this away. Let's have a look and see how they will feel. How will they react? What will they do if you reach out to them? Will they reply? Okay. So, Spirit, can you please show us, for my group 2, if they reach out to this person, how is this person going to respond? Will they reply? What will they think? What will they feel? Seven of Wands in reverse. So that's good. You know, you might find if you believe you're blocked by this person, for example, you might be pleasantly surprised and find out actually you're not. You will find that they are open to you. You know, they're not blocking you out of their heart space, that their guard is down, their defenses are down. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Do we not just have this in the exact same space? The Fool, Aries, Aquarius energy. We have the Three of Cups. Oh my goodness, this person's happy. They're happy to reconnect. They're like, yes, you know, we've reconnected. They might try and keep things fun, jovial, very friendly with you. They don't want to bring any energy down. It's like they're responding in a way that lets you know, I'm very open to this. I'm open to this, you know, conversation, to you reaching out. I want you to know that I'm happy to hear from you. Two of Coins reversed. So it's like they feel that something has been quieted in their mind. Oh wow, look at this. Ace of Wands reversed, 10 of Cups in reverse. So they're going to be trying to play it cool and being like, oh yeah, it's great to hear from you. Oh, it's so fun, blah, blah, blah. But actually all the while thinking, when can I bring up that I messed up in the past? Or when can I try and see if you know, group 2 still has those deep feelings for me? When can I try and see if this is more serious? You know, so the whole time they're trying to be easy breezy. Look at that, the Devil, you see, very intense, really wanting to know, you know, because remember, they feel there's been an ending. They'll want to know, have those feelings translated across to now, or did they end? Did they ruin it, basically? Or do they still have this chance with you? We have Capricorn energy here. I think your person will be very passionate, very excited, but they will want to keep that to themselves for a while. They don't want to scare you off. They don't want to come across as being too sort of lusty or anything. We have the 10 of Pentacles. and the Sun in reverse. They're holding back. The Sun is still a great card to have, lots of happiness, lots of joy, but they're not telling everything to you. And what they're not saying is, yes, it's fun, it's jovial with being very friendly, but they're not saying, but I'm desperately in love with you, and you know, are you serious about me, because I'm serious about you too. We have Leo here. For those of you where there is a third party and it's a person, they're going to want to ask you straight off, are you single? You know, what's going on there? If they're the one with a third party, they might want to talk to you about that. But again, I think they're going to try and hold off until it feels more appropriate. This person will ask you, they'll want to know what's going on with your practical life, your work, your home, where you're living, that sort of thing. But they're going to feign a degree of ignorance that they don't have. This person has been watching you, they've been keeping an eye on you, they're pretty well clued up in terms of what you're doing for work. Is it going well? Well, yes, at least as far as they're concerned. They might even know where you're living or whereabouts, but they'll be like, oh, so are you still living in the same place, and how's work going? What is it you're doing these days? When they know exactly what you're doing, you know, and they know exactly your routine. So they will respond. I think they will respond very quickly. They'll seem very positive, upbeat. It might seem quite sort of very friendly. You know, you might have a conversation, and when it's over, you'll be like, well, that was nice. They seemed happy to hear from me, but I don't know if they have any feelings. It's that sort of a thing, whereas actually they have a lot of feelings, but they just think they need to give it a minute before they go into them. What else, please? Yeah, Nine of Wands reversed. It will feel like freedom if you reach out. It will feel like, thank goodness, I can put that stress down of worrying if I'm ever going to hear from group 2 again. Yeah, Two of Cups reversed. This person, I'm telling you, they want you. They want to be a partner to you, with you, in a romantic sense, in a business sense, in every sense. But they will not bring this up straight away, because it's going from like 0 to 100 in an instant. Yeah, Five of Cups reversed. See a focus on this partnership. They also will want to talk to you about whatever idea they have, whatever project it is that they're wanting to work on with you. They might bring this up, but in a casual way, like, oh yeah, you know, I've been thinking actually about making a career change. I can see myself opening up some sort of, I don't know, studio shop, whatever it is. But I'd really need a partner. You know, like, I wonder who could be my partner. And sort of float the idea, see what you say, you know, like, oh, that sounds great, or that sounds like so much fun, you know. We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, very, very attracted to you, feeling that you're a very confident person here, who is physically attractive, energetically attractive, that you're really making moves as well. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. This person sees that you're incredible when it comes to working on something. Anything you set your mind to, you make it happen. You're a hard worker here. So they're not looking at you and being like, oh, you have everything for nothing. They understand that a lot of work goes in. I feel in your reading that sometimes I've been trying to talk too quickly to keep up with my brain. I think this person will be so excited to hear from you. There's so much, you know, it's like the words are tumbling